good morning. It's Raven Tactical here. I'm going to do another product review that I had. I bought, basically my G-Shock watch broke, and I don't usually wear too much of a watch a lot unless I'm out doing things outside. Because when I was a mechanic, it was tough to have a watch working on things and then get your hand stuck in a car and it gets stuck and pulls up. You end up breaking your watch. But on the other side, when I wasn't doing those things, I always had like a G-Shock, especially when I was deployed. The G-Shock was really nice, dual time, everything else. But it broke, and I didn't want to spend $100, $200 on another watch. And basically, one of the Tour Observant channels, they had basically reviewed a cheaper watch, and they said this is what he bought of his kids. He's got one, he wears it all the time, and he liked it. So I gave it a shot, and it's, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, a Smil like watch. Obviously, I think it's a Chinese knockoff of something. It's fairly big. Kind of like the negative side of this would be, it feels very big, and like this part doesn't flex very well. But it's okay for the price point of $20. It works. I mean, it's got the ability to light up like everything else does, and it's got an analog mode, which is kind of cool. Especially if you're in the woods trying to do like compass orientation, you can use the analog side. It does time, date, and that's it. Like, it's a no-frills watch. They claim it's water resistant up to, I think, like 50 meters. They say just don't push any of the buttons while it's wet. And I would say that's probably fair enough. Would I say this watch, what would I recommend this for? Well, if you got kids who want to watch one, that would be probably okay for them, because they will end up breaking the watch and destroying things. So you kind of have to understand that. Some other things that I would probably keep an eye on with these things. You can buy one or two watches for the price of, this. You can outfit your family, you can outfit your group. Do I think it necessarily that it's going to do, everything that the G-Shock does? No. But price point wise, I banged this around quite a bit. I used it during a couple of weeks of training that we had, and it held up just fine. So if you're looking for something that tells time. One other thing that would say the importance of a watch is getting away from always having that cell phone and always grabbing it and relying on that for time. Having a watch kind of maybe shows a little bit more professionalism when you're in a professional environment to refer to the watch versus maybe necessarily like, oh, I gotta whip up my phone, figure out what time it is. I don't know. To me, that's just me. But I would give this like a 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5. The only negatives I had was like the size, and I kind of wish it did a little more like kind of the G-Shock does, but for telling time and everything else, it's just perfectly fine. It's Raven Tactical out.